Kiwi FM.
You'll vote at kiwifm.co.nz.
Kiwi.
102.2 Auckland.
Splash of trash.
A splash of trash. Nick Bhasin from OK Magazine, okmagazine.com.au, joining us in Sydney. G'day to you, Nick.
How are you, Wammo?
Good. Let's first of all cover this story about Naomi Campbell and the blood diamonds. Can you give us a bit of background on why she's involved in this trial at the moment?
Well, Charles Taylor, who is the former Liberian president and is being charged with crimes against humanity, he supposedly gave Naomi Campbell what are known as blood diamonds. Diamonds from mines that have been worked with, slave labor and all kinds of kids, and it's pretty grisly.
And of course, the terrible violence in Sierra Leone and
right.
Yeah.
So she was called in to testify about where she got the diamonds from and what she did with them. She said that she didn't know what they were in the testimony after going into all the details of how inconvenient it was for her to be testifying, and it did take her away from a very sunny holiday she was on, and she actually returned to partying with people like Leonardo DiCaprio on a boat afterwards.
Of course.
Ironically, Leo was in the movie Blood Diamond.
He was, isn't he? Yeah. If anyone in Hollywood should know the story, it should be him.
Yeah. Although it didn't look like, from the pictures, it didn't look like they were really talking about anything very serious. But so she testified that she didn't know where the diamonds came from, and then, but since Mia Farrow, who was also involved in certain African charities, and so they were mingling in similar circles, testified that Naomi Campbell not only knew who they were from, she was excited about it.
Wow.
They've since been re-gifted a couple of times, but the diamonds. But now everyone's wondering what the story is, if Naomi Campbell was lying about it.
So her piece of evidence is a very minor piece of what is obviously a large-scale case against the let's call him Diamond Lord.
Right, sure. Yeah, but it's brought a lot of notoriety to the case. It's because she's a famous supermodel. A lot of people that normally wouldn't be paying attention to the case are paying attention, and it's just become a much bigger story as a result.
And whereabouts is this taking place?
The trial?
Yeah.
It's a UN tribunal. Where is it?
Yeah, I was wondering, because I've seen some footage of it, and I was like, wow, they managed to drag her halfway around the world to this trial.
Yeah, I believe it's in The Hague.
Yeah, it is in The Hague, yeah.
Yeah, in the Netherlands.
All right, well, that is obviously ongoing, so people are still wondering whether or not Naomi Campbell is in fact lying.
Yes. Obviously, like you say, it's a small part of a very large story, so it's not likely that she'll be... Well, she could be, but brought up on charges. But it's not. This is the smallest part of the war crimes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay, what about something completely different? Hayden Christensen and Rachel Bilson officially called off their engagement.
Yes, they were engaged last December, but and announced it in February of 2009, actually. I've been engaged for a long time, but now they've officially called it off after taking a break. It was only supposed to be a month long. Rachel Bilson showed up to an event and was asked if there were any wedding plans, and she showed her ringless finger and said no, nothing. But now it's officially over. Their rep said that it's not going forward. She's focusing on her career, apparently.
Sure. Back on the market, they say?
Yes.
Thanks very much, Nick.
No problem.
You can find those stories at okmagazine.com.au, also in the magazine which comes out next week as well. And that's the end of